On this live stream, we are celebrating 300 plus subscribers to Jeffito's movie blog, talking movie news, a couple other things I'm testing out in preparation for a show that I want to start next year. Basically, we're just going to hang out and have a lot of fun and celebrate 300 subscribers, so stick around. Welcome back to Jeffito's movie blog. I'm Jeff Mullicky, and if you love movies as much as I do, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I bring you movie news, movie reviews, trailer reaction videos, box office predictions, and so much more. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and then click the little bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything. As I mentioned up top, we are talking and celebrating 300 subscribers to the YouTube channel. That happened over the weekend. I had planned on doing a live stream on Sunday to celebrate that. I got called into work, so we are doing that right now. I cannot thank you guys enough for the 300 subscribers, because when I first started this channel, I basically just did it as a way to fight depression and to just have an outlet and talk movies, and if a couple of my friends would subscribe, that would be awesome. If I picked up a few other subscribers along the way, that's even better. But honestly, I never thought that we would be here a year and a half later with 300 subscribers. That is just incredible. I cannot thank you guys enough. And honestly, we had a lot of problems this year. I'm not gonna lie. Between technical problems and not having a whole lot of free time to dedicate to the channel and everything else, it has been a challenge, but I do thank each and every single one of you. I think we're actually up to 312 subscribers now at the moment. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking by me, supporting me, all the likes, comments, words of support. I cannot thank you guys enough. We are just going to hang out here tonight. It could go for a half hour, it could go for several hours, depending on how many people show up. BMP in the chat room, I just want to be on the screen. Well, there you are, my friend. Welcome and thanks for watching. Yeah, as I was saying, we could go for a half hour, we could go for several hours, depending on how many people show up, what kind of conversations we talk about. I really just wanted to thank each and every single one of you for all the support and encouragement. Hey, there's Ryan O'Toole in the chat room. Speaking of Ryan, I was on his channel, I believe last week or the week before, on the Redemption episode of a game show that he has on his channel called Rotten or Fresh. It's a great show, a lot of fun. If you don't know Ryan O'Toole, he's a great YouTuber. Go ahead and check him out. How is Hollywood Reviews in the chat room? Congratulations. And Ike Alvarez in the chat room gets to see The Last Jedi at midnight. I am so jealous, my friend. I have to wait a little over 24 hours. I am seeing The Last Jedi tomorrow night at 7:30 at the theater that I work at. I cannot wait. I am hearing overwhelmingly positive things about the movie. I am spoiler-free, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Craig Larrett in the chat room. Hey, Jeff, congrats on the 300. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and talking about The Last Jedi, I am going into that movie spoiler-free. I know nothing about the storyline other than what we have seen in the 2 trailers, and I think I may have seen 1 TV spot, but that's about it. Which is a huge contrast to the prequels and even The Force Awakens, where I would be on different websites and forums and chat rooms and whatever, trying to get any little nugget of information that I could. With The Last Jedi here, I am going in completely blind. I cannot wait. Like I said, I've got a little over 24 hours until I can see it myself, and I am just chomping at the bit because everything I heard of sounds fantastic. Ike Alvarez, rank the Star Wars movies. right now, before The Last Jedi, starting at the very bottom is Attack of the Clones. A lot of people have The Phantom Menace as their very bottom. I have Attack of the Clones. I think it is a little bit weaker film than Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is is the next one there, followed by Revenge of the Sith. So the prequels are like way at the bottom of the basement. After that, I have Rogue One, and above that, I have The Force Awakens, followed by Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, and The Empire Strikes Back. I will be doing a full ranking video of all the Star Wars movies after I see The Last Jedi. That's probably going to be coming out sometime this weekend, depending on my work schedule. Adam from Almost Sideways in the chat room, another great friend. I agree, because sand gets everywhere. Yeah, some of the dialogue and the flirtation between Anakin and Padme in Attack of the Clones is just awful. Craig Larrett has the same ranking as I do. That is fantastic. Let me see. BMP is joking. We may need you to work tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm working all day tomorrow and prepping and getting everything set up. So if they need me to work tomorrow night, so sorry, I have a movie to watch. How was Hollywood Review's Return of the Jedi for life? I'm not going to lie, my friend. I love Return of the Jedi. Growing up, it was my favorite of the Star Wars movies. You know, because when it came out, I was 7 years old. I was right in, like the prime age for that movie. And I had all the action figures and the comic books and the storybook and on tape and just everything. My life was surrounded by Return of the Jedi. And so for the longest time, that was my favorite. Through the years, I have started to notice some of its weaknesses. Still a great film. I mean, number 3 of 9. That's pretty impressive. But I do rate, right now, A New Hope and Empire above that. And if The Last Jedi can take that number 4 spot, that would be fantastic. I don't know if it's going to be able to bump into the top 3 of the Holy Trilogy. I'm hoping it does. I'm hearing fantastic things about it. But, I mean, the classic, original, unaltered trilogy is untouchable, almost, in my mind. But if from what I'm hearing of The Last Jedi is true, then we may, I may have to adjust my rankings. So I'm looking forward to doing that ranking video. Hopefully I'll have time this weekend. I still don't know my work schedule, other than I know it's going to be absolutely crazy. I hope to have time for that ranking video sometime this weekend, though. Almost Sideways, I have Rogue One and Revenge of the Sith swapped in my list. Revenge of the Sith is not a bad movie. It is easily the best of the prequels. I watched it again earlier this week in preparation for The Last Jedi, and it is a lot of fun. I just happen to think that Rogue One is better than that. But if you have a different opinion, man, that's fantastic. I mean, all film is subjective, and let's celebrate the diversity. We are all film fans. Thank you, by the way, Adam, for having me on your What Star Wars Means to Me video. Go ahead and check that out, you guys, over on Almost Sideways. He did a 2-part video series on where he invited, 50 YouTubers from all around the world to talk about what Star Wars means to them, and I was honored enough to be a part of that. Go ahead and check that out. Ryan O'Toole says that he loves the Livestream setup. Looks good. Yeah, I'm playing around with a couple of things because in the new year, not sure if it's going to be in January, but certainly by February, I want to do a live stream every Sunday where I go into movie news and just talk about the week that was in movies and hang out with you guys, have a one-on-one conversation and everything else. So this is, a celebration of 300 subscribers. That's the main reason for going live tonight. But also, I'm just testing out a few things and consider this like pilot episode beta version 1 for a show that I'm planning on doing in the new year. So, thanks, man. Ike Alvarez says, what do you think the name of episode 9 will be? I have no idea. I may have a couple of ideas after I see The Last Jedi tomorrow night. But right now, it is way too early to tell. Other than to say that I am hugely excited for episode 9. I'm excited to see how this trilogy wraps up. I'm excited that J.J. Abrams is coming back to direct episode 9. I always thought that Colin Trevorrow was a weird choice to direct episode 9. Not that he's a bad director. I like Jurassic World quite a bit, but it just seemed a little bit odd of a choice for him to direct episode 9. So I'm glad that Disney and Lucasfilm, parted ways, and that J.J. Abrams is coming back for episode 9. Howl's Hollywood Reviews says Revenge of the Sith definitely has the best lightsaber scene for sure. You are not wrong, at least right now. I'm hearing that there's actually, I'm not going to say anything because it may be spoilers. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but yeah, you aren't wrong about Revenge of the Sith. Lance Newman in the chat room, my friend, thank you for becoming a Patreon earlier this month. I greatly appreciate it. I will be revamping my Patreon page in the new year, hopefully in January. I'm not ready to divulge all the details and the different benefits and everything that will go along with that. But thank you to Lance and Iker and Ryan. I know that they are 3 of my Patreon supporters. Thank you so very much. Can really appreciate that. Almost Sideways, dude, so happy to have you. Star Wars is so amazing, and happy to have you on, man. It was a lot of fun. Guys, go ahead and check out both parts of Almost Sideways, What Star Wars Means to Me. Both parts together, it's like almost an hour long. I think he had like 50 YouTubers from all over. No, some of them I know, a lot of them I didn't. But all great people, all talking about what Star Wars meant. And again, it was just a thrill and an honor to be on his channel talking about that. Adam Sideways also says, Episode 9, The Search for More Money. Or is that Spaceballs 2? Yeah, and speaking of Spaceballs, by the way, earlier this morning, I was on Justin Watches Movies channel talking about Spaceballs. So go ahead and check that out. Thompson Movie Mania. Jeff, great content, man. I will donate $40 if you do a drunk stream. Come on, man. I appreciate that. I do not drink that much anymore, unfortunately, so the chances of a drunk live stream are very minimal, although the $40 is tempting. Drop me a PM or message me on Facebook or something. DM me on Twitter, get in touch. We may make that happen because $40 is $40, and maybe to bring in the new year. We'll see. Ryan O'Toole says, one more day. Dude, I cannot wait for The Last Jedi tomorrow night. I am on pins and needles because I'm trying to stay away from everything in terms of spoilers, and I've not seen any reviews or anything. I've just seen the tomato meter, and the general social media reaction is just overwhelmingly positive. There's a lot of buzz. And I think that Disney is really happy with the film as well because they gave Rian Johnson the new trilogy. Not 10, 11, 12, but a brand new trilogy even before The Last Jedi opens. And I don't think they would have done that if they were not confident in Rian Johnson's direction and confident in The Last Jedi. Craig Larrett. To be honest, I disagree about the lightsaber battles. They left the samurai influence that had such a great effect on the Jedi as characters. There's 2 schools of thought with the lightsaber battles. I'm actually hoping that in The Last Jedi and in Episode 9 and every movie going forward, that they kind of blend the 2 styles. In the classic Holy Trilogy, it's more kind of samurai-like and very refined lightsaber battles, whereas in the prequels, it was a little bit over the top. not bad. You know, I enjoy them both, but they are two very different styles. And you know, I mean, obviously you have Vader, who at that point is like a 60-year-old man. Obi-Wan Kenobi was like a 70-year-old man. You know, obviously they're not going to be in their prime. And Luke Skywalker is being trained. He doesn't really know the Jedi arts yet. So, I mean, that's kind of like the in-universe excuse for the differing styles. But I do kind of agree with you that, Craig, that the style in the prequels was a little too theatrical and a little too over the top. But again, you know, all film is subjective, and I like them both. Ike Alvarez, JJ is a bad director for Star Wars, in my opinion. He's only done the one film, The Force Awakens, and he had a lot of challenges, because you're coming off of the prequels, which have a very mixed reception, as we're even discussing here in the chat room. Very divided. And also, it had been a few years, so he needed to bring Star Wars back. I kind of consider The Force Awakens to be a soft reboot of the Star Wars universe. Yeah, it's a continuation of the story, but, you know, there are definitely parallels to A New Hope. I don't think it's a copycat movie like a lot of people claim that it is. I think there's enough original stuff there to make it an enjoyable film on its own. And, you know, if you think that JJ's a bad director, that's your opinion. BMP asks, how excited are you that we, Saukville, are open until 1 a.m. this weekend? I am looking forward to it. I am excited. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't mind the long hours. It's going to be a blast. And come on, man, it's Star Wars. So there you go. Craig Larrett says, I see what you mean. The flashiness is really fun. I guess it just didn't land with me. Yeah, again, they're two very different styles of lightsaber fights, and I enjoy them both. And I do hope that in The Last Jedi and movies going forward, that they're kind of able to blend the two styles, both the over-the-top flashiness and the more reserved, refined, sophisticated style of the original trilogy. Let's see. Ryan O'Toole says that he watched Rogue One last night, still holds up and is a great film. Yeah, I watched it again earlier this week as well, and I really liked it. It's definitely a different Star Wars film, and I so wish that they had an opening crawl to that movie, because that title card that pops up saying Rogue One is so generic. It looks like something that somebody made in Microsoft Paint back in like 1998. It is horrible, looks horribly out of place, and, you know, that is my one major complaint about Rogue One, is the fact that it did not have an opening crawl, and that generic-looking title card that pops up. I really wish that they would redo that and reissue Rogue One with a crawl and with the classic music and everything else, because you're right, it is a great film. It's just that damn title card takes me out of the movie for a second. Thompson Movie Mania. Heck yeah, Jeff, you got liquor, $40 coming your way. I actually do not have any liquor at the moment. As I said, I don't really drink that much anymore. But yeah, I mean, who knows, maybe on New Year's Eve, depending on if I'm working or not, ring in the new year with a drunk live stream. Why not? How's Hollywood Reviews? I'll be watching The Force Awakens tonight to celebrate tomorrow. I watched it this morning, and it is fantastic. I am so pumped for tomorrow night. Steven Outlaw. Jeff, love the Star Wars channel. You just earned a new subscriber. Thank you so much, Steven. I greatly appreciate it. I will be doing a live initial thoughts review of The Last Jedi tomorrow night once I get home from seeing The Last Jedi. Probably going to be 10 o'clock or later Central, so it is going to be pretty late, but I will be doing it live in case anybody wants to jump in and talk about that. I don't know when I'll have time to do my actual review. Hopefully I'll have time this weekend to get that up. And then I'm planning on doing at least 1 or 2 spoiler discussions with a couple people. And I may even do that live on Sunday, depending on how things work out. But stick around, and again, Stephen Outlaw, I greatly appreciate it. Ryan O'Toole, did you take tomorrow off like I did? No, I am working at the theater in the morning. I am getting everything set up and prepped and ready for the craziness, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Jay Vaders, great friend of the channel. Hey Jeff, congratulations on 300. Yes, thank you, my friend. I greatly appreciate it. Was awesome competing against you in Rotten or Fresh over on Ryan's channel. That was a lot of fun. Super Vandy, drunk livestream, please do it. I don't know, you guys are putting me up to it. Like I said, it may be happening to ring in the new year. I'm not making any promises because, again, I don't drink that much anymore. I've kind of moved past that part of my life. But if that is something that a lot of you want to see, well, we'll see about making that happen. Yeah, just a lot of great things are coming in the new year. I kind of mentioned up top that this live stream setup is actually a test run for a show that I'm planning on doing weekly on Sundays, where I can just hang out with you guys and answer your questions and talk movies and talk about the week that was in movies, give you guys quick movie reviews in case I'm not able to do a proper film review of movies that weekend. Just a lot of fun. I'm kind of messing around with a few things tonight and behind the scenes. I'm not sure when that weekly show is going to start. I hope it's in January, but it may be in February after the Super Bowl. Either way, though, that is coming soon. I'll probably be doing a couple more pilot episodes leading up to that. And again, this is just kind of a live stream kind of test run for that. Craig Levitt says, gotta say, a drunk live stream would be fun. Make it happen. And then Stephen Outlaw says, agreed, liquor sales don't stop until 9. The drunk live stream is not happening tonight. It's not happening tonight, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your train of thought. But we may be doing that on New Year's Eve or something. Ryan O'Toole says, drunk stream while watching The Clone Wars. The animated movie, are you talking about from 2008 or whatever it is? Like the worst Star Wars movie ever? That could be a lot of fun, actually. But I don't want to get a copyright strike on my channel by doing like a watch-along while doing that. So that may not work there, Ryan, but that is a good idea. Ryan O'Toole also says, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. That's good for your Packers. Yes and no. I am not necessarily happy with that decision that Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I would rather have him sit out the rest of the year, get 100% healthy, because I think this season is a loss anyway. I mean, we almost lost to the Cleveland Browns, for God's sake, on Sunday, which was just absolutely ridiculous to go into overtime and have to put up a fight against a team that's won 2 games in 2 seasons. I mean, I hate to say it, but the Packers suck this year, and having Aaron Rodgers back is not going to change it all that much. BMP says, go Pack go. Absolutely, I'm still a Packers fan. I still bleed green and gold, but this season is over as far as I'm concerned. And let's just move on to next year. CGI Yoda or Puppet Yoda? Asks Lance Newman. Which do you prefer? Um, if you're talking in The Phantom Menace, I actually prefer the CGI Yoda that is on the Blu-rays rather than the kind of stoner-looking Yoda, that puppet that they had in the original theatrical release. If you're talking about in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, keep him 100% the Frank Oz puppet. That was a thing of beauty back in the day. It was just marvelous work by Jim Henson's Creature Shop and Frank Oz bringing Yoda to life in 1980 and 1983. Have to go with the puppet. If he appears as a Force ghost, either in The Last Jedi or something, Episode 9 or some other standalone film, I would prefer him to be CGI. I think that looks better. I think you can do a little bit more with him. But, again, if you're talking Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, please do not change it to be CGI. Keep that original Frank Oz puppet because that was fantastic. Alvarez, what do I think of Maz Kanata? Very interesting character. I think that she may show up, at least in a cameo, in the Han Solo movie that comes out in May. I would like to hear a little bit more of her backstory. Apparently she's like 1,000 years old. She's like a really old being. And so obviously there's a lot of stories that can be told about that. And I really want to know how she came to be in possession of Anakin/Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Because if you watch The Empire Strikes Back, you see Luke's hand get cut off, and then when that door opens in Cloud City, you see the hand and the lightsaber fall, and Luke is like hanging on to that weather vine thing. But that hand and that lightsaber are falling, miles down. So how Maz Kanata was able to retrieve that or become in possession of that lightsaber is something that is very interesting. I don't know if we'll get an answer in The Last Jedi, but that is a question that I have, and I am dying to know the answer to that. Ryan O'Toole says, even better, the holiday special. Oh my gosh, I have watched the Star Wars holiday special a few times. It's been a couple years since I've seen it, but I have seen it a few times, and it is as bad as you guys have heard. It is awful. It is easily the worst piece of Star Wars film or TV in existence. It is god-awful. Although it is notable for being the first appearance of Boba Fett. Boba Fett appears in a little cartoon segment in the holiday special, and that was the world's first look at Boba Fett, who, of course, became a major icon and just this symbol of Star Wars in later years, in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and subsequent years after that. Super Vandy asks, here's a deep question for you. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I would have to say yes if you eat the hot dog in a bun, because I believe the definition of a sandwich is, a piece of bread or two and then something in the middle. So, yes. Craig Larrett says, hey, the Browns had Josh Gordon back. He was hyped to be back home. Yeah, that's true, but, I mean, the Packers just absolutely sucked it up on Sunday. Granted, the Packers are hurt. The Packers are missing Aaron Rodgers, and we are not a good team. But to have to put up a fight and to almost lose to a team that has won 2 games in 2 seasons is a little bit pathetic. That was not a good game at all. I'm glad that they pulled out the victory in overtime. Although a part of me wishes that they would have lost, so we have a worse record. Aaron Rodgers would sit on the bench for the rest of the season, and we just get higher draft picks. Because, again, I do believe that this season is a wash. This season is a complete and total loss. I don't hold out hope. Even if Aaron Rodgers comes back this week or next week, I don't hold out much hope for making the playoffs, and then certainly we are not going to go far or deep in the playoffs. So, in my estimation, Aaron Rodgers should just sit out the rest of the season, get 100% healthy, and, we should still put up a fight in our games, but, logistically speaking, I would not be disappointed if the Packers lose out the rest of the season just so we get higher draft picks, because we need all the help that we can get. Thompson Movie Mania says, Jeff, what is your favorite Mel Gibson movie? Mine is The Patriot. You know what Patriots do? Drink. Come on, man, go get this. Favorite Mel Gibson movie? Lethal Weapon 2. As a director, easily The Passion of the Christ. The Patriot's not a bad choice. Braveheart is definitely up there. He's done a lot of great work. BMP asks, what is your prediction for how much Star Wars will make at the box office this weekend? Box office predictions for this weekend. I'm going to say The Last Jedi earns... Right now, I'm going to say 220 to 225. I haven't quite dialed in my numbers yet. It will not make as much as The Force Awakens, but it will make over 200 million. I'm guessing it'll make over 210. Right now I'm going to say between 212 and 225. And he also says, BMP says, a hot dog is not a sandwich. Followed by Super Vandy saying, BMP, it is meat between buns, therefore a sandwich, or between bread. I don't know. I guess technically it's considered a sandwich. I don't think it's a sandwich, but who knows. BMP says, you sandwich nothing. It settles in the middle of two pieces of bread, condiments best on the side, not on the top. Not a sandwich. Jeff, settle this. You're the deciding vote. I believe if you are going by the dictionary definition of a sandwich, which I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm guessing it's two pieces of bread with something in between. A hot dog, I guess technically is a sandwich, although I don't really consider it one. When I think of a sandwich, I think of ham and cheese or PB&J or something like that. I don't necessarily consider a hot dog a sandwich, but I guess if you're going by the strict definition that I'm making up and using for this argument, yeah, I guess it's a sandwich, but I'll let you two fight this out. Lance Newman asks, more importantly, is it okay to put ketchup on a hot dog? I am not a fan of ketchup anyway, so I like my hot dogs plain. I like my hamburgers plain. Lance, I'm going to say no, it is not okay to put ketchup on a hot dog, but I do not discriminate against those who do. Now, putting ketchup on macaroni and cheese or some other things like some people do, that is totally not cool. That's a little bit weird. But I don't mind if you put ketchup on hot dogs and hamburgers and brats and anything like that, because that's acceptable. Again, I'm not a fan of ketchup, so there you go. Craig Larrett says absolutely not. That is disgusting. Followed by classic reviews when. Yeah, the classic reviews. I had wanted to do more classic reviews, and it's just something that I just have not had time to do. Hopefully, in the new year, I will be able to restructure my channel and my free time so that I can do more classic reviews. And I know I've been promising classic reviews for quite a few months now. I'm sorry that I've not been able to put anything up yet, but that is definitely a New Year's resolution, so all I can say is stay tuned. Stephen Outlaw says, Jeff, you toke? No, I have never done drugs, will never do drugs. The closest thing I do is drink very rarely. You guys are pushing me to do a drunk live stream one of these days. Maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't. But no, I never smoked weed or done any drugs of any kind, nor do I care to. Ryan O'Toole says, Jeff, you should become a food reviewer now. Probably not, Ryan, because I am such a picky eater that I don't know how interesting my food reviews would be. I'm trying to expand my tastes a little bit, but there are so many foods that I don't like that would not be fun. Super Vandy, follow-up to Steven, what is the best movie to watch while high? I don't know. Again, I've never been under the influence. I will say that watching the old game show that was on a couple years ago, Wipeout, watching Wipeout while drunk is a fun time. That is a lot of fun. BMP says, well, if Jeff says a hot dog is a sandwich, then I guess it must be. That's just my opinion. I was going by the dictionary definition of a sandwich. I don't know, but whatever. Well, move on past the hot dog conversation. Super Vandy says, picky eater, what are your favorite foods? I'm fascinated. I love pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, Italian foods like that, macaroni and cheese, hot dogs, a good steak, a good hamburger. I'm very American in my taste. Give me a good juicy cheeseburger or a nice juicy steak. Love pizza once a week. Yeah, but there's a lot of things. I don't do salad. I don't do a lot of fruits and vegetables. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I don't like putting condiments on my burgers or hot dogs or brats. I just eat them plain. I've always been a picky eater, as long as I can remember. That's not changed, even though I'm now 41. I'm sorry. There you go. Ryan O'Toole has to head out. Congrats again. Thank you, man. And again, thank you for having me on Rotten or Fresh. Hit me up on Facebook in the next week or two, and I'll try to get you on my channel for some kind of collaboration. Lance Newman says, catch up on a hot dog question comes from a classic piece of dialogue from Sudden Impact. I've never seen Sudden Impact, unfortunately, so I didn't get the reference. Craig Larrett, where do you get your pizza from? Not too picky. Pizza Hut, Papa John's. The Domino's here in town actually went out of business, which is unfortunate, so I can't get Domino's anymore. There's a couple local pizza places that are really good. Or even frozen pizza. Like a Tombstone or a generic Audi pizza or something like that. Stephen Outlaw says, you seem like a pizza once a day kind of guy. If I was not concerned about my health, I probably would eat pizza once a day. I am trying to take a little better care of myself and eat a little bit healthier, even though I am a little picky eater. So, unfortunately, pizza once a day is kind of out of the question. But yeah, if I could, I probably would. I love pizza. As far as toppings, just give me a classic cheese and sausage and call it good. Not really a fan of pepperoni or anything else on a pizza, but a classic cheese and sausage, and I'm in heaven. It's kind of funny that I'm a movie channel, but all of a sudden we're talking about food, and I've not eaten dinner yet, so you guys are kind of making me a little hungry at the moment. But anyway, yeah, Ryan O'Toole sounds good, man. Yeah, Ryan O'Toole is a great guy. If you are not familiar with Ryan, go ahead and check out his channel. He does movie reviews just like me. He does Blu-ray reviews, and like I said, he has this awesome game show that he started, Rotten or Fresh, which is basically a game show where contestants have to try to guess Rotten Tomato scores. It's a lot of fun. Go ahead and check it out on Ryan O'Toole's channel. Lance Newman asks, who makes the best burger? Whew. Right now, I have to... man. I've not been to Applebee's in a while because there isn't an Applebee's, like, in my immediate area. But I used to live, like, right down the road from an Applebee's. And would go there once a week and play trivia and everything else. So Applebee's is definitely up there. Actually, there's a local chain here in the Midwest called Culver's, and they make a great burger. There's a local hamburger stand that makes a great burger. Little hamburger stand, ice cream shop place. They're really good. Yeah, I'm not picky, again, as long as the burger is plain, and, you know, if it's a place where you can determine the wellness of the burger, I like mine medium. Just a little bit of pink inside. So, yeah. How was Hollywood Reviews says, I'm hungry hearing you guys talking about this pizza stuff. Yeah, I am too, man. Like I said, I have not eaten dinner yet, so I may be heading out here at the top of the hour, but it's fun hanging out with you guys. And, you know, again, thank you, each and every single one of you, for all the support and encouragement and everything else. 300 plus subscribers is just a dream come true. I'm just getting started. I've got a lot of great plans for the new year, and I cannot wait to continue to grow this channel to a couple thousand and go on beyond there. Steven Outlaw's heading out. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man, and thanks for being one of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate that. How's Hollywood Reviews says, I love Papa John's dipping sauce and the garlic sauce. Gotta be honest, I'm not necessarily a fan of the garlic sauce, but yeah, the dipping sauces are kind of fun. Lance Newman says, plans for best and worst of 2017? Absolutely, I am planning on doing a best of 2017, or actually my favorite of 2017. I'll call it the best, but honestly, it's going to be my favorite list. And then same thing with the worst of 2017, the movies that I completely disliked this year. The best or favorite movies is going to be a top 10 with several honorable mentions, and then the worst is probably going to be a top 5 with a couple honorable mentions as well. Super Vandy, Corton House makes the best burgers, 2 for $1 on Thursdays, and all-you-can-eat wings on Wednesdays are amazing. Went to college in Eau Claire, and I missed it. I'm not familiar with Corton House. Never heard of it, never been there. So if you say that they make the best burgers, I will have to take that opinion into account, and if I'm ever in the area, I'll have to check it out. How was Hollywood Reviews says, I'm super happy for ya. You deserve all these accolades. I gotta get going, buddy. Keep up all the great work you put out. Thank you, man. Russell Howell is a great friend and great supporter of this channel. We've done a couple of collaborations in the past. He's just starting out. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's a really great guy. Like I said, just starting out. I think he's got like 51 or 52 subscribers, but definitely has the passion, and considering he's doing everything on his iPhone at the moment, really putting out great content, and very happy for the success that he's had as well. So go ahead and check out Howell's Hollywood Reviews, because again, he's a great friend and good supporter of the channel. Super Vandy says, you have to go to Corton House. Yeah, if I'm ever in the area, I will definitely check it out. Excuse me. On Grand Avenue in... Which Grand Avenue are you talking about, Super Vandy? Because I've not heard of that, and if it's someplace local, then maybe I'll have to check it out sometime. But yeah, that's... actually, this is on Grand Avenue by the river. In Eau Claire, in the student area. I'm guessing that's in Eau Claire. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to Eau Claire, which is a little bit weird. But I've lived in the state lived here in Wisconsin for 41 years, and I've never been out to La Crosse or Eau Claire. Yeah, I may have to make a road trip this summer if I'm still here. Again, I'm looking to get down to Florida or Texas or someplace warm. It is in Eau Claire. Yeah, I've never been there. May have to take a road trip over the summer and check it out. But I am also looking to move someplace warmer, because if I would open up these curtains behind me, you would see snow and ice, and I am not a fan. So I am looking to get someplace warmer, either Texas or Florida. Hope to move in the spring or whenever I can find a job down there. But if I'm destined to stay here in Wisconsin, whatever. If I had my druthers, though, I would definitely want to move to a warmer climate. Super Vandy says, I thought you lived in Eau Claire. My cousin Tanner worked with you. Yeah, I worked with Tanner at Marcus Saukville, where I still work currently. Port Washington, Milwaukee area. BMP, well, it's that time of year for shoveling is required, so I must get going. Congrats again on 300. See you at work at some point this weekend. Thank you, Brian. I greatly appreciate you stopping in, and thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you at some point this weekend. I don't think the schedule is out yet, but Michael said that I'm working on Sunday nights, so if you are working Sunday night, I will see you then. Super Vandy says, never mind, I just remembered. Yeah, Tanner and I work together at Marcus Saukville, and it's awesome that you are his cousin. Say hi to him for me. Kind of miss that kid. Any other questions or movie talk? Otherwise, I think I'm going to start to head out here and start wrapping things up. Again, I've not eaten dinner yet. I had a late lunch, but all this food talk that, Jeffito's food reviews talk kind of is making me hungry here. So, again, just thank you guys so much for hanging out. For 300 plus subscribers, I'm probably up to like 312 or 313 now at this point. Thank you so much. Super Vandy, never mind. I just remembered you're from Tanner's hometown. Have I seen Lady Bird? I have not yet. I am hearing very good things about it. I just have not had the chance to check it out. It is not playing at the theater that I work at. But I do think it's playing at least one of the two other local theaters here. Again, I've just not had a chance to check that out. I've not had a chance to check out Three Billboards, which I'm hearing is very good. I still have to see The Disaster Artist, which I'm hearing is really good. Unfortunately, none of those smaller, limited releases have been playing at my local theater that I work at, so I've not had a chance to see them yet. Yeah, we've been going here for about 49 minutes, 50 minutes. So I'm going to start to wrap things up and head out and grab some dinner and get ready for the madness that is Star Wars. But again, thank you guys so much, each and every single one of you, whether you're here live in the live stream or if you're watching on the replay or whatever. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for hanging out here, all the support and all the encouragement. I know that this year has been a little bit rough on the channel with tech issues and not being able to find time to dedicate to the channel here. all I can say is thank you for sticking by, thanks for hanging around, and I promise to do more and be more consistent in 2018. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out here. How's Hollywood Reviews, Lance Newman, Super Vandy, Ryan O'Toole, BMP, Iker Alvarez. Thank you guys so much. It's a lot of fun, and look forward to more of these live streams. Like I said, I'm planning on doing them every Sunday, starting in the new year. I don't know if it's going to be right away in January or not, but certainly every Sunday after the Super Bowl is kind of what I'm planning. Yeah, and I'm trying to make it so I can bring in some guests and kind of have a panel discussion, as well as the chat room here on the side here. Playing around with a bunch of things. Stay tuned. I'm going to wrap things up. Again, thank you so very much. It's been a lot of fun. I'm getting hungry. We've been going for close to an hour now. Thanks so much for hanging out. And Star Wars is tomorrow. I cannot wait. So looking forward to that. I will be back here live late tomorrow night. I'm seeing the 7:30 show. It's like a 2.5 hour movie, so probably like 10:30 or 11 o'clock tomorrow night Central Time. I'll be back live if any of you want to hang out and talk about The Last Jedi for a little bit. It's going to be a quick first impressions kind of review. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm definitely not going to talk spoilers tomorrow night, but just give you guys my initial thoughts and initial reaction to that. But again, thank you guys so much as always for watching, and until next time, I will see you at the movies. Bye-bye.